the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
What we've got is, I feel like Rex Harris, because I get to hold the 3-minute ding ding.
Are you ready for 2012?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you ready to make history?
Yes.
2021, to install the first Democratic woman. I can't hear you.
My friend, if you are on the city council and you lose $50 million, you are responsible.
And if you look at where our balance is now, obviously we're going to need some revenue streams in the future, and this is going to be a big year for Democrats. So any fundraisers any of you can think about, we're going to try to initiate those and get some money raised, because this is going to be a big year for Democrats.
So in Lancaster, that shows up, votes, and leaves. The votes are always 5-0 or 4-0, depending on whether the mayor decided to show up that night. But they're always something 0. Why? There's no discussion, there's no debate.
They've already decided.
But that's a violation of the Brown Act. I'm sure they haven't done that. And it's certainly not for me to say.
As I was leaving to come here, Newt Gingrich said, President Obama is the most dangerous president the United States has ever had. I said, damn Skip, you asked Bin Laden. This is absolutely true.
Their classrooms. They went from 23 classes in a number of secondary classes to 44 in some of them. My wife's a teacher. I've watched the extremely large classes, how unmanageable it is to actually teach. They're now cutting the buses. Now the kids won't be able to get to the classes. It keeps getting worse and worse. All of that's wrong. All of that has to be reversed.
So most recently in the Antelope Valley, what was happening in the Antelope Valley Courthouse is for drug crimes. If you had a certain volume of drugs, you would be prosecuted for a felony conviction up here, rather than in another courthouse in the county you would not be. For instance,
Simi Valley.
Right, in Compton, you may not. This is where, actually in Compton is where he got his idea for reform first, because he saw these young kids being good kids. They did stupid things, but they were ground up by the system and made felons. So what he called for, actually, during a TCAL meeting is an investigation of the citizens on the policies of the Office of the District Attorney that are making people felons in Antelope Valley rather than in other courthouses. And 2 weeks later, actually, his head deputy sent out a memo stating that the policy that the DAs have to follow is X, Y, and Z in alignment with the rest of the policies of the different courthouses in LA County. So by doing that, he effectively changed the policy, at least in the Antelope Valley, to be
At this time, if there are no disagreements, I would like to, someone has volunteered to be secretary, I would like to appoint them. Elizabeth Marsh, are you here?
Yes.
If there are no objections, hearing none, Elizabeth Marsh is our new secretary. Interim secretary.
Several big scandals that have broken that are coming out about him now that I think many of you have heard about. Countrywide Mortgage, he got caught taking what's essentially, according to Darrell Issa, a bribe. He got a special mortgage deal from them while they're out targeting minorities. This is what they got sued from the federal government for. They're out targeting minorities and giving them higher interest rates. And he got a special interest rate that would have saved him $68,000 on his mortgage. Another thing that broke right after that, his wife is running for assembly in that area. Luckily, you guys don't live in the 38th Assembly District, but his wife is running for assembly, and he's raising money for her. That's not legal. He can't raise money for her, and he can't be talking to federal lobbyists and getting them to give her money. If you look at her financial reports, pretty much all of her money came from The defense industry. Now, what does the defense industry have any interest in a sleepy little assembly race? They don't. And so they're currying favor with him because he happens to be the chairman of House Armed Services Committee. Now, the thing that broke today, you'll hear about this probably LA Times tomorrow, maybe New York Times. The thing that broke today was that he's insider trading. There are two things with it when he was on the Education Committee, and in 2008 he dropped a bunch of stocks. So I see the way that they're operating, and I'm a researcher, I'm a doctor, I'm ethical. I treat patients with respect, and that's how I want to treat people in the district here.
All right, great. I'd like to give, let's give everybody, all the candidates, a round of applause.
We have a special guest, Michael C.
We now have petitions.
I appreciate everyone coming. With that, I'm going to move to adjourn this meeting. Can I have a second? Second. Meeting adjourned at 8:49. Have you ever been to a Democratic meeting this exciting before?